Student punished after putting high school up for sale on Craigslist. Well, did anyone make an offer? Like, did anyone, make a purchase? Because I think the school might belong to them now. A Colombian protester single-handedly holds back an armored water cannon truck using a homemade shield. Captain South America. This image goes unfathomably hard. In 1994, MIT students managed to get a campus police car on the Great Dome. How? What? Short answer number 5, 10 points. Provide an example of a risk. No, they called me a madman. My kid discovered you can photocopy anything, and now he's trying to prank me. That is genius. That's so good. I couldn't be mad. A guy broke into my apartment last week. He didn't take the TV, just the remote. Now he drives by and changes the channels. Sick bastard. 300-day streak. Unlock by contributing to Reddit for 300 days. Vote, post, comment, or share something to help your favorite communities grow and thrive. Wait, so is this saying that this person has unlocked 3 of these? They've had 3 300-day streaks? That is a lot of Redditing, man. Holy shit. This doctor was convinced that H. pylori bacteria causes stomach ulcers, but nobody believed him. So he drank the bacteria himself, got stomach ulcers, cured it himself, and won a Nobel Prize. God damn, he said, I'll show you guys, and he sure did. Last year, I was eating in a fancy, large restaurant when I began to hear a rumble and the distant sound of people chanting, "Potassium, potassium." And suddenly, hundreds of people dressed as bananas flood this restaurant, chanting "Potassium" over and over, and we were trapped there for a very long time because the bananas would not leave, and they were everywhere. Just a banana flash mob. I like that. I like the sound of that. John Chicky Donahue, a merchant marine from New York City, snuck into the war zone in Vietnam in the 60s to deliver beer to his 3 enlisted buddies from back home. It is known as the greatest beer run ever and has a documentary made about it. That is remarkable. That is like the realest one. He is the realest one in the friend group. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Mel Blanc, one of the greats, the voice of Bugs Bunny, was in a serious car accident that put him in a coma. After many unsuccessful attempts to get him to talk, the doctor asked, "Bugs, can you hear me?" Mel responded in Bugs' voice, "What's up, doc?" They used this technique to lead him out of his coma. This is actually true. I looked it up. That's incredible. There's a cat on campus. Mind your business. I paid my tuition. Broke up with this man today, and he asked me for one more chance. So I said, okay. And then he broke up with me. Haha, the tables have tabled. He said, I'm not letting it end like this. It's gonna end like this. Man builds concrete tomb to preserve flamin' hot Cheetos for future civilizations. I wish I could read the actual tomb itself, but that, years and years from now, everyone will just have to share like one fraction of a flamin' hot Cheeto. You know what the secret to comedy is? This tweet was made in 2014 and this one was made this year. Timing. That's the long game right there, man. Good on you. Ohio dad booked 6 flights just to join his flight attendant daughter during her Christmas shifts. That is incredibly wholesome. I can't imagine flying that much. I don't know if this was all in like a day or if it was throughout a couple days, but I mean, hey, I guess you get to travel technically. I don't think he left the plane, but he gets to say he went to some places and saw his daughter. Meanwhile, in South Africa, this footballer received 5 gigabytes of data after being awarded Man of the Match. But what is the data? Also, that's really big for 5 gigabytes. I mean, come on, I can fit that on a USB stick. Making a Kickstarter to redo this drone show in the sky over uncontacted Amazonian tribes. How about we not? How about we just let them, be uncontacted? Robert Landsberg, while filming Mount St. Helens volcano eruption in 1980, realized he could not survive it, so he rewound the film into its case, put his camera in his backpack, and then laid on top of the backpack to protect the film for future researchers. Damn, dude, I can't even imagine in that moment going, well, yeah, there's no way. I guess I'd better preserve this. Here we go. Like, damn, that's crazy. My mom just sent me this of my dad. Frozen Hispanic. Someone played all 5,000 levels of my game. 5 stars. I love it, but I reached the end. What now? Well, now you gotta make a sequel for this guy. My boy is a tow truck driver. Not all heroes wear capes. If you see a Fed parked in a fire lane like this one, give me a shout. Cop thought it was cool to park in a handicap spot. Lol, not on my watch. Yeah, hey, just because you're a cop, contrary to popular belief, you can't just do whatever the you want. I'm in a Walmart parking lot watching a woman who can't remember where she parked. Every time she holds her remote in the air, I honk my horn. Come on, man. The Sriracha founder also won't budge on taste. A supplier once told David Tran that his sauce was too spicy. A friend suggested to add a tomato base to make it sweeter. Tran replied, hot sauce must be hot. If you don't like it hot, use less. We don't make mayonnaise here. Man arrested for putting fake arrow decals on the floor in IKEA and for creating a labyrinth with no exit. That's hilarious, though. I love that. Did they really need to get arrested for it, though? Like, come on. Madlad Price Guesser. The Price is Right host Bob Barker, dead at 99. My man got as close as possible without going over $1. Legend. Plans to create and worship our Leviathan lobster god. Lobsters do not stop growing and do not die of old age. They die when they become too large to properly molt. We are going to take a lobster, help it molt its shell over several generations, and create a Leviathan god. Here, we will plan our god's birth and rise to divinity. Dr. Amanda Hess from Kentucky was preparing to give birth to her baby in the hospital when she heard that another expectant mother was also close to giving birth. Since the doctor on call was still on his way, she stepped in and handled the delivery. She then went back to her ward and gave birth to her baby. Jesus Christ, what a day. Hi, I'm an Indian man looking for a Maori woman, I hope I said that right, not for dating, but to help me fight my Samoan neighbors. Grigory Perelman, mathematician who refused to accept a Fields Medal and the $1 million Clay Prize. You know, I totally get it. I get the people who are like, wow, now that's a humble guy right there. He denied the $1 million. He doesn't need it, but I don't know, man. Look, $1 million, I'll take it. Thanks so much. Airbnb host gets, I don't know what currency that is, but they get an electricity bill in the US, finds out guests mined that crypto. Ashley Class, owner of an Airbnb-listed property in U.S. North Carolina, said she got an electricity bill worth $1,500. After a 3-week stay of a group of guests, she found that they brought 10 computer rigs and used them to mine crypto worth that. Despite this, the guests refused to pay the bill until Class got Airbnb involved. Man, I need to admit something. Every time I'm drunk, I make Missouri slightly larger on its Wikipedia page. Whoever reported me for this and got me banned, you are a huge nerd, bitch. The world's first mobile phone call was made on April 3rd, 1973, when Martin Cooper, a senior engineer at Motorola, called a rival telecommunications company and informed them he was speaking via a mobile phone. Dude must have felt like the coolest guy in the world, just being able to walk around freely, not hooked to a tether, just going, yeah, hey, guess what I'm calling you on? My husband and I just sat in our car outside of our house and ate a huge piece of carrot cake because we didn't want to share it with our kids. That's fair. But hey, if your kids did want some, just do the tried and true. Yeah, you wouldn't like it. You wouldn't like it. I mean, look, for me, if I was a kid, all you had to do was just say it's carrot cake, and I would have been like, nope, I'm good. In 1972, 2 grad students at MIT invented proton-enhanced nuclear induction spectroscopy, a technique for transferring spin orientation from one atomic nucleus to another. Yes, they chose this name specifically for the acronym. Yes, the penis. Clucking hell. My ex-husband fed my vegan daughter McDonald's chicken nuggets behind my back. Now she keeps demanding meat. It's almost like meat is good, man. Those nuggets, I'm telling you what, even the strongest vegans, if they had one bite of a McDonald's chicken nugget, I guarantee you they'd be like, all right, now hold up. I might have to do some reconsidering here. In Taiwan, a 96-year-old saved his village from demolition by painting every surface of it with colorful imagery, which brought in so many tourists that the mayor ordered that the village be preserved. Yeah, I mean, look, give people a reason to come there and go, wait a minute, this is cool. You can't just get rid of this. Easy. Well, hell yeah, dude, that's awesome. A kid at my school has a panini maker, so he sells paninis to other students, and everyone called him Dan the Panini Man. But the campus police people shut him down because it's not legal to sell food if it's not a bake sale or whatever. So now he's Dan the Paper Towel Man, and he sells paper towels, but with each paper towel purchase, you get a free panini. In 2017, a party I threw got busted, so I put on pajamas, sprayed Axe in my mouth, cover up alcohol, and hopped in bed. When the cops knocked on my door, I pretended like I had been trying to sleep and party was thrown without my consent. 2 out of 3 roommates got a citation, guess who didn't? When I was in 8th grade, this kid used to ask to use the bathroom all the time just to leave class. He didn't really have to go. One day the teacher said, just pee in your pants, and he said, okay, and fucking did it. Right there at his desk. I'll never forget you, Jason. That was badass. Yeah, I mean, look, if you want to deny a kid their right to use the bathroom and you tell them to piss themselves, yeah, I think you deserve it. I think you deserve to have them piss themselves and get piss all over your classroom floor, you dick. The pet store dropped him off to be euthanized because his feet fell off. One of our staff decided to adopt him and name him Lieutenant Dan. At a pirate-themed party, I've gone as someone who sells pirate DVDs. You wouldn't steal a car. Star Wars Phantom Menace, Stuart Little, Shrek with a C. I ordered pineapple pizza from an authentic Italian restaurant, and this is what I got. Fuck you! One time, I told a rival dad that the air pressure looked low in one of his tires, right in front of a group of people. That must have been embarrassing, man. Just started listening to rap music. I have a lot of catching up to do. Dude, I tell you what, it started off pretty damn strong. If you haven't seen this, listen to it. You know what? I get it. Wanted in Rome. Burglar in Rome got distracted by book. A burglar who broke into an apartment in Rome on Tuesday night was arrested after stopping in the middle of the robbery to read a book about Greek mythology. The man, a 38-year-old Italian, gained access to the building in the Delta Victoria district from the balcony, but became distracted after seeing a book on a bedside table. However, the owner of the property, a 71-year-old man, woke up and confronted the burglar, who was reportedly sitting on a bed absorbed in the book. What the hell are you doing in my house? I'm calling the police. I enjoy good literature. In 1995, France found a man guilty of killing a teen girl, but he was able to avoid sentencing by hiding out in Germany. In 2009, the victim's father hired a team to kidnap the killer out of Germany and dump him in front of a French courthouse. It worked, and he was sentenced to 15 years in prison. Honestly, not long enough. I think it should be like 1,500 years. Rob the Balloon Guy. That's just my name. Don't actually rob me. What rule was made because of you? Men are allowed to wear business casual shorts in the office. Dress code didn't allow men to wear shorts, but did allow skirts. Showed up in a kilt until the rules changed. In 2007, Harry Potter star Daniel Radcliffe deliberately wore the same outfit for 6 months solely to piss off the paparazzi and make their photos unpublishable. Man, F the paparazzi. Like, what a actual sad, useless job it must be. At Kochi Airport in India, a man attempted to smuggle 1 kilogram of gold through customs by hiding it under his wig. It didn't work. I wouldn't have suspected anything, that's for sure. Bishnu Shrestha, a Gurkha soldier in the Indian Army, fought off around 40 armed robbers on a train to prevent an 18-year-old girl from being raped. Using only a knife, he managed to kill 3 and injure 8 of the robbers. When the girl's parents offered him a significant cash reward, he refused, saying, "Fighting the enemy in battle is my duty as a soldier. Taking on the thugs on the train was my duty as a human being." That's an actual selfless hero right there. Free tarot reading. I do not know how to read tarot at all. I have literally just been judging people based on appearance and physical traits. One girl had a Leo tattoo, and I guessed her birthday was in August, and she thought I was a wizard. One guy was drunk, and by the smell of his breath, I guessed he drank Hennessy. He did, and he said we were best friends. I am literally judging books by their cover, and they assume I am a prophet. This city is a graveyard. Pro college tip part 1. Always sit underneath something big that could fall. Dude, that would stress me out way too much. There's no way I could do that. People who write "you are" for your instead of your, what do you do with all the time you saved? Your mom. The Nigerian Emmanuel I don't know how to say that, divorced with his wife Miss Nigeria 2017 to marry Miss Nigeria 2018. Can anyone recommend a better way of clearing a windscreen? I used my discount card but could only get 20% off. Windex or something. I forget what the classic trick was. It's one of those, clean cleaners, spray it on there, wipe it off, and I guess it works. I don't know. Shanghai man posted Xi Jinping's portrait all over his property to prevent it from being demolished. If you allow this property to be destroyed, you are disrespecting the supreme leader. You might as well tear down all of his likenesses in the city. Shanghai 2016.